All right, give us a quick test.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 premierships. That's how many Carlton has won. Way more than Freo.
That's true.
It is true. Are we on?
Yep.
Okay. Is that going into the podcast?
It can.
I'm on thin ice with them. That's... fuck it, leave it. Hey, we have something exciting. Speaking of Fremantle. Because they're exciting. Speaking of singing, and I was just singing, we're going to do something very exciting. Something that people have wanted for a long time.
Yep.
So you're listening to us now. It's Thursday morning. Mm-hmm. By tomorrow morning, we're going to have the Hotline Sting up as a song for you guys. Because you've been banging down the door for it. So we've caved.
We've caved, and, it's my job as the producer to figure out how all this back-end stuff works. And it really only dawned me.
And how is that stuff going, you reckon?
Mate, I figured that out long ago, but I mean more from the producing back-end side. I thought to myself, actually, all you do is just upload it the exact same as I do twice a week for the podcast.
Yeah.
So it's really, I don't know why we haven't done it already.
It's not hard, is it, Ollie?
No.
No, but you've made it look hard. You kind of like the Carlton Footy Club at the moment.
Yeah.
It should be easy, the run home, but you're making it look a bit difficult.
I'm just like one of those people in an office that go, I couldn't possibly, mate. Bid on.
But you know exactly how to do it.
Exactly how to do it.
So you're going to put it up tomorrow, Friday morning? For
Friday
people?
morning, and I guess the thing is now we can give people 24 hours to decide maybe a title, because that we don't have.
No, we don't have that at all. I think, we were thinking, Hotline something. It's people saying they're making love to it, which is weird. I don't want any videos of you guys making love to your partner to the song. That's probably too, nothing's too far on this show, but I don't want that.
Sure.
We need a name for this song. You said Hotline Bling. We can't, that's just like, we're going to get so sued by Drake.
Oh, does Drake have a song? I don't listen to Drake.
You know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh my God.
I'm not a Drake guy.
Are you taking the piss?
Nah. Was that a... Is it
you know where my Hotline Bling? That can only... You're kidding me, aren't you? Yes, you do.
No, the only Drake song I know is the one that Justin Bieber was in the film clip. Was it Rockstar? Popstar.
Only because of JB.
Yeah.
You amaze me. Once again, it was the Cowboy stuff last week, and now that you've never really listened to Drake at all. You're missing out. Him. Okay, so come up. We're going to put a box up, I guess, in our story today for the song. You guys can vote on it. You won't know that I've said this to you because I'm speaking to you from the future, from the past.
Yeah.
Just decide on the name.
Yep.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social media. Lids off. See ya. There was heaps of sick kids, and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. That was not a horizontally challenge, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got a line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? It dips him. Round 20 football. What a year. This will be the round where, I've said it 2 weeks ago, I was wrong, the round where we separate the frauds from the guys who are going to have a real crack at the end of the year. I really think that. I think this is the round that we start seeing a bit of, the sediment removed from the wine.
I think the thing is, though, Dan, is that it could have happened a couple of weeks ago, but that's just how tight it is. Because there's just been so many matchups where you're like, okay, now things are really going to explode open.
It hasn't happened.
Just doesn't happen.
A lot of matchups where we thought the winner were, the favourites would have won, and then they got upset by the underdog, and the Dogs came out and threw everything into a shit mixer. But it's exciting. I'm excited for round 20 football. I'm excited also to go through this with you. Now, Sench did this on his social Instagram the other day, where he went through and he put down a list of all players from AFL clubs that follow him. And there was like 4. It was pretty good, actually. It's pretty impressive. It's like 26 amount from X club at the top and then 5 from the bottom. We asked you, given that you're now pretty how many followers you got on Instagram?
11.2.
And always looking for more?
Or a real open door policy for more.
Do you have a ceiling on how many is probably too much for you?
I think I would feel uncomfortable with 100. I don't strike myself as I really strike myself as a 30 guy.
Okay. I can see 30 on you. Because you don't post much.
No, exactly.
But you are stalking.
Well,
big stalker.
Appropriately.
Big stalker guy. Big texter guy.
I sort of see myself in the 30, 35 range.
Okay,
As
that'd be
my-
nice. And
yeah.
that's a micro influencer, so that'd be good for some paid stuff too.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, great.
That's really what I'm looking for merch level following.
Yeah.
Not much more after that.
Okay, so no, you don't want big stuff.
Nah.
Too much pressure.
It's way too much pressure.
Fair enough. So we asked you to go away and go through your followers to see how many AFL footballers followed you.
Yep. Now,
What do we got?
how do you want me to do this? Because I've got it ladder form, a bit like Sench did it. I can go top to bottom or
Well, I
bottom
want
to top.
just before you go through it, what was your overall take? What were you thinking going into it? And once you went through the data, how'd you feel after it?
Yeah, well, this is why yesterday I missed a lot of deadlines yesterday, Dan, because
All that stuff I asked you to do was very late.
I really took this job seriously. I learnt that I've actually got quite a few former players. I didn't count them for this list,
Okay.
but that was something interesting that the data picked up. I think it was no surprise that St Kilda was the front runner.
Duh.
It has to be.
The boys, Wilkie and the boys.
So I got 14 St Kilda followers.
Expected. You work there.
So that's almost half the team.
Well, yeah. It's a third of the squad as well.
Yeah. So
half a team. Cool.
You take that.
Are they senior boys or VFL boys?
I think only no. Oh no, Ari Showmakers played.
Yep.
So no VFL boys.
Wow, great.
Yep.
VFL, yuck.
Well, no.
I played a lot of VFL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then we've got a tie for second and third. Carlton
Boys,
and GWS.
surprised me.
So for Carlton, Sam Durden
Yeah, Nigel.
and Zach Williams.
Great.
So
Good men.
happy with that.
Great
and then
men.
for GWS, we've got
Oh, sorry, just two.
just the two.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just the two. Just the two. And for GWS, we've got Cooper Hamilton.
Yeah, Coops, the media guy.
Media guy.
Yeah.
And player.
Well, part-time.
Yeah, part-time. And Himmelberg. So that's kind of cool.
Hot Himmelberg.
Yeah.
Hot Harry.
Yeah. And
Wow.
spoiler alert, I might have the set.
Wow. Okay. Just two again. Sorry, I'm just having trouble with such a big drop-off from 14 to 2.
Well, then it gets grim. We've got several teams on one.
Oh, wow. Go.
So I've really got just a person for each. So Port Adelaide 1, Connor Rosie. Not a bad get. Adelaide Crows, Himmelberg. So I've got the set.
Got the
I've
brothers.
got the Himmelberg boys. Now this is where it gets really good. Sydney, Isaac Heaney.
Hot boy. Yeah, he's hot with it.
Bulldogs, Bailey Smith.
Hot followers.
How good's that?
Yeah, good looking crew.
Gets even hotter. Hawthorn, Lloyd Meek.
Yeah, big bastard.
That's good, isn't it? North Melbourne, Aidan Core.
Yeah, apples.
Yep. Collingwood, Markov. So
That's a given.
Yeah.
I would be pretty upset if he wasn't
yeah.
following you.
Melbourne, we have.
DJ Shitboy for sure.
I can't
No?
confirm nor deny. No, Tomlinson.
That would have given it away for sure. If I actually,
Yeah. No, Tomlinson.
he's never shit his pants.
No, that we know of. Now, the rest of the league are all on an egg.
notice. Yeah.
So we've got Eagles, Fremantle, Lions, Suns, Essendon, Richmond, Geelong, all on nothing.
Okay.
So I don't know how I play this, but now I've got that data. I think I really need to hammer in those teams until one person follows.
I think it's ruffle the feathers when they lose job.
Yeah.
And just let them know that they're responsible.
Until.
Yeah, until something happens. I'm sure that they will get around you. It's just a slow burn.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting. The other thing that the data picked up was the Vic bias. Like no WA, no Queensland,
Don't like you in the state. You're big in Melbourne though.
but yet the South Australian teams came up.
Oh,
so
no. Oh, that's great. We'll try and maybe before the finals we'll check back in
Yeah.
before your party, your 10K party, which we're still doing. Everyone.
I've been location scanning this week.
What do you reckon?
I found one in Fitzroy, but then we thought maybe not.
Yuck.
Why are you so scared of the north?
North scares me. I don't cross the river.
Is it just because of what the art, the
PTSD that side. I've given Carlton days, my playing days. Got a lot of bad memories there.
Okay, yeah.
And just like I just don't fit in over there.
No.
Yeah, it's you know it's a bit different over there.
Yeah, I mean we've got a lot of
You all don't wear deodorant. Stinks.
No, but we have debates and
Deep thinkers. You guys
Deep
are deep
thinkers
thinkers.
and-
Nothing like having a debate in a fucking massive joint.
quite a large sort of
know.
intellect.
A bit of acid,
Yep.
latte,
Yep.
ride your bike to work,
Yep.
vegans.
You can't tell me that the best pubs are absolutely over there though.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I think the pubs you'll be thinking of are all owned by the one company though, the ABC.
And great people are there. They're great people.
Couldn't disagree more if that's
They're
right.
great people. They're great people. Let's get into it. The Olympics starts tomorrow. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
I've got the Olympics all over my algorithms, just completely taken over. The big thing was the beds. We spoke about this.
It's finally made it into your
We
algorithm?
spoke a lot of shit into existence last episode. We get to it. We spoke TDK's injury into existence, which was a disaster. But we also spoke the bed thing into existence, and you
Yep.
are 100% right.
Yep.
They're sleeping on cardboard beds.
Yep.
And jelly foam mattresses. So we got the world's best athletes sleeping on cardboard.
I don't get it.
It's a disaster. It is a disaster.
Is it just because there's so many of them that it's too expensive to provide actual...
Why just give them a frame and some mattress? Like, surely it's not expensive.
No, pop to IKEA, you'd be laughing.
The Olympics have a lot of money in sponsorship money.
Surely,
Revenue,
yeah.
tourism, like surely there's some money there to not let the best athletes. Surely Team USA, LeBron's not sleeping on a box.
That's a great pickup. There's no way.
There's no way LeBron and the boys are saying, you know what? Fuck it, we'll sleep in a box. I guarantee it. That would even be in the village.
Good. I like this from you. Look into that.
We'll look into it. You just know the whole thing. It starts tomorrow. I'm actually very excited for it. If you can't tell, we're talking about it 3 episodes in a row.
Sure.
But you just reeks of, now I'm seeing some vision come out of the village. It reeks of massive sleepover club. Like it's just, and they're all horny for it too.
Oh,
Like you just know. Now we're going to have a chat to someone, a friend of the pod, Matt Hauser.
Okay.
He's doing a triathlon over there for Australia.
ooh.
Could win gold. Hope he does win gold. So as we've had these questions about what's happening in the village there, because it seems like a bit of a circus at the moment, we're going to call him on Monday's pod and check in and ask some questions.
Brilliant.
So what's going on over there?
When is the try? Do you know when?
He's competing Tuesday, but they're a day behind.
Yep.
You know Europe, are they?
Yep. So
Yeah.
if we ring Monday morning, it'll be Sunday, late night Sunday.
For sure.
Yep.
So we're going to check in with Matt and wish him luck and say, hey, we got some questions. So if you have questions as well, send them in.
Yeah.
If you want to know something about the Olympics, now's your chance while we get them on the,
Yep.
on the pod. I had something else about the Olympics I want to talk about. Forgot about it. Oh, the uniforms. Have you seen the uniforms we're rocking?
I have seen a couple of the Matildas players wear something. If
and they're laughing at it.
yeah.
We look ridiculous over there. On the world stage, we look like bloody idiots. So I went through yesterday. Mongolia, they're unreal, their uniform.
Okay.
No idea where Mongolia is, but geez, they look good.
Do you know?
No, where is it?
You should.
Why?
Well, Great Wall of China.
Great Wall. It's Taiwan.
Next-
Killed it.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. No, do you not know where Mongolia is?
Mate, do I look like someone who knows where Mongolia is?
Yes, that's true.
I don't even know where Fitzroy is. You know?
Okay, whatever.
When I
next
say
to
I
China.
don't cross
Next-
the river in Melbourne, how the fuck would I know where Mongolia
That's a
is?
good point.
It's somewhere. Where is it?
It's next to China.
Okay, and
I know-
China,
Okay, well, if you don't know
we've
that,
got to be
now
very careful about China.
then we've got a different issue.
The
on there.
lawyers have been very on our edge about saying stuff about China and the Olympics in general here because
Okay. Yep.
China's a great country. Good food, good chopsticks.
Great chopsticks.
Taiwan killed it with their outfit. Haiti,
Yeah.
great outfit. Korea, all look good. Then we rock in with just look like we've got netball at 11 and a school debate at 1 with Dunlop volleys on. Not great for the feet. We look embarrassing as a unit. Wait for the opening ceremony, guys. You'll see what I mean. It's not a great start for our Olympic campaign. We're looking like that.
So I've seen, as I said, the Matildas. What are the men rocking?
Green blazer, chino shorts, Dunlop volleys.
Ooh.
Yuck. Stinky outfit. Don't like it at all.
No.
So hopefully, hey, we're straight away now. I tried to jump on Sportsbet to have a punt on the games, as we have to call it legally. The games. I wanted to get on like a multi, the dream team, swimming, like all the big dogs. So I think that's coming out soon, which we'll get on. But the Olympic medal tally for us had us under 13 and a half gold medals, which I think 13's a lot for us.
How many events would we be in roughly? I don't
Probably
know.
all of them.
Yeah.
We're like a Swiss Army knife. We're not Swiss. We're actually Australian, but we're an Australian Army
Australian
knife.
Army knife.
I think we're in most of them, but 13 seems like a lot of gold for us to win. We're done after the pool. We don't really compete, do we? After
No.
that, we're around. We're
gotta-
like Ben Keys. We're all effort. We've got a dog in us. We compete our asses off.
Oh,
but-
we're very Horn Francis-y. We're very busy.
Oh, we are busy in the events.
Yeah.
In the pool, we're actually busy and good, but
That's
outside
true.
the pool, we're like a fish out of water.
Well, just watch out for obviously the ray gun and J attack in
Who?
the ray gun and J attack in the breakdancing. I reckon we could do some damage there.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
That
They're our
breakdancing would be pretty
Aussies.
funny, the breakdancing.
Rachel Ray Gun J and Jeff J attack done. So
If you had, say, I think we spoke about this maybe on the pod or maybe we didn't, but if you had 4 years now to the 2028 Olympics, 4 years to train for any event, what event do you reckon, I don't want you to win a medal, but what event do you reckon you could at least look like you know what you're doing? And not, again, not win a medal, but compete and push some of the athletes.
straight away soccer, just because I've played that all my life.
You haven't got an ACL.
Yeah, well, I can, mate. If Doherty can come back within 7 months,
True.
I'm sure I've got 4 years.
So would you have surgery then or not?
Yeah, I'd get surgery for that
Okay.
for sure. So, yeah. Oh, futsal.
Is that an event?
Yep.
Fuck.
Like surely rowing.
Nah,
Like, how
rowing's
ma-
tough.
Yeah, but how many? You've got however many more in the boat with you.
Yeah, nah, that's not it. That rowing is so. I'm on the rower all the time at Revel. It's a horrible experience.
Maybe handball.
Oh my god. Table tennis,
Nah, it's pretty tough. Squash. No.
squash.
Golf doesn't look that hard.
Nah, golf's fucked. I reckon I could honestly be like I'd back myself in to be a marathon runner.
Really?
Yeah. What time they running marathons in these days?
It's quick, under 3, surely.
3 hours.
Surely.
That seems
Well,
a bit
because-
slow for marathon runners.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, under 4 is like good for
I've done that.
normal.
Now listen,
Yeah.
I haven't done it officially. I took a shit last Melbourne Marathon and waited 15, 20 minutes to change my underwear. So that's why I got 4 hours 15, but I got under 4.
So I reckon if I was thinking about you, I reckon you could probably do rowing. I reckon you could definitely do some form of athletics. Like
Definitely. It's a
I
high
don't-
jump,
Yeah, high jump.
pole vault,
That might be a bit tough.
weightlifting.
Flag football, do you reckon?
Absolutely not. Would not be caught dead playing flag football. It's like playing Quidditch.
It's absolutely not.
Also,
Boxing?
you have to stop talking about Harry Potter in the pod
Why?
because what you did last episode was just a travesty to me. I don't even know what you said. No post on Sunday. Just that's got to stop immediately.
But I'm not talking about it, am I?
Yeah, but you're dropping in and looking at the camera. I saw it on YouTube. Everyone commented on YouTube saying it was great. No post on Sunday. I said, oh yeah, I had a great idea. They're talking about you. Thought I said something great, and then
Yeah,
it's like,
I do
no, Ollie, great
apologise.
stuff, Ollie.
Okay,
Didn't
I'll
like
try
it.
and stop.
Okay. So now that feels like something Harry Potter said.
I love how much I put you on edge with it.
Now I have to talk something about the next thing I'm talking about is semi Harry Potter,
The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Well,
This week's rising star. Now, I did think it was a weird decision to give Jeff Farmer the rising star. He hasn't played since 2008, but I don't hate it. Like, we're gonna give him a new nickname. We're gonna find him something. Like, don't you reckon?
it's actually a really good
You
point.
can't steal someone's nickname. They can't have two wizards in the game of AFL. The magician. I had some here. Warlock. What's a warlock? Harry
Yeah.
Potter. Magician. Witch. You got to give him something else other than the Wiz.
Yeah, there needs to be how many years gap between nicknames?
You can't just come
Do
in
you
and be a
reckon
new
can't at
nickname.
all?
No, you can't have two nicknames in the AFL.
So it would be inappropriate to have another duck.
100%. You can't. Once a nickname's been given in the AFL, you can't then reuse a nickname. I know he had it coming through his younger days, guys. I get that. But Jeff Farmer is the Wiz. If I'm Jeff Farmer, I'm still Nick Watson
Yeah. So
for usage rights.
Yeah.
He was also on 360 last night. Did you see his story?
No.
So Robbo was on Robbo, I swear, and I don't even know if he has like if he drinks before the show or something like that, but he was very more slobbo than ever.
really?
And so Nick Watson went on there, had a chat with him, and then after the show, Watto put up a story, and it was him, Jared, Tom Hawkins, Cripper, and Robbo. And he said stars and Robbo. Nick Watson's cool with it on the socials. He doesn't give a fuck what he puts on his stories.
Did he take that down?
Doesn't give a damn. No, it's still up there.
That's awesome.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything on social. And I'm sure the Hawks media team, they're like, you know what? We can get away with murder, what we're doing.
That's true.
Just cool with it. Now, he's kicked 10, 19 this year in 11 games. Pretty impressive. Made a lot of footies disappear out in the full, which is very wizard-like. But if he had kicked 20 goals this year, are we thinking he could win this thing? Would we look at him like differently in terms of the rising star race? I think I would.
Or if you can get another 10.
I'm saying, he won't kick another 10 in 5 games. Well, he might actually, given how he's going. But if he had kicked to this point 20 goals, he'd be the clear front runner, I reckon.
Yeah, probably. He's been dropped too many times, though. I feel like that doesn't feel like a very rising star thing.
To get dropped.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not in and out and in and out. Like,
It's very rising VFL star.
yeah. Yeah. It's good.
It is. Has he been dropped a lot?
Yeah.
Really?
At least 2 or 3 times.
I mean, when he did have 6-19, he's been good the last couple of weeks to get back to 10-19, 11 games. That's 30 shots on goal. He would have kicked 5 out in the fall. He's having a fair crack at it.
But if your comparison, for example, I know he can't, but if your comparison is Harley Reid, who just wouldn't be dropped. Like that's a rising star. That's someone who's made a statement.
Now, he's a born a star, though.
Man, well,
It's not rising. When you're born a star, it's a different award category. Even though Harley's been a bit quiet lately.
You said it.
And we love the Prince, but he's been very hush-hush on the footy lately.
Yep.
And you're off him after last week's
way
effort.
off
Yeah,
him.
you are. That's
Way
our
off
boy.
him.
You got to get back on him.
Well, bit floppy.
Oh, don't.
Kicking out
That's
on
a
the
wild.
full.
That's like calling someone a cheater in golf.
I'll show you the moment.
You reckon he flops? First, you
Not
burnt our relationship with Jason Horn-Francis. Now you burnt any relationship we have with the Adelaide Crows Football Club and the Adelaide Hill. I would like to go to the Hill for a beer. I can't go there with you anymore. I've got to take security for you next gather round to Adelaide, and now you're going to burn the Prince for us?
No. Yeah.
You said it. Stick by it.
I don't think he flops plural.
He flopped her. Okay, well, I love the Prince of Perth. I'd marry him. Hey, Chinese whispers are starting to ramp up. It's that time of the year where we've got a month of footy to go. Behind the scenes, people are making some moves. Clubs are making some moves. They're talking to players. Players are making some moves. The Chinese whispers we're hearing is Clayton Oliver and Melbourne aren't seeing eye to eye at the moment. They are off each other massively. Now, Clayton started on the bench, I think, on the weekend, has been coming off the bench. He hasn't liked that. He's in the first year of a $7 million contract, not going that well. And we know that the Crows came for him last year when he was going through his stuff, and they said, we got a first-round draft pick. They have still said they're dangling a first-round draft pick over everyone's head, saying, if you want this, what have you got? So could we see Clary maybe potentially, given everything that's happened this year and how, and it's easy to forget that they did sort of hang Clary out to dry. Now, yes, he did some stuff and it wasn't great and he got slapped on the wrist over and over again, and we get that. But we also called for them to maybe support him a little bit more, which they didn't. So now they're getting to a point where tensions are rising. Could we see a point in this season where Clary says, you know what, I'm out, who's going to take me?
I don't say why not. You were really big on it earlier on in the year, and they did well to kind of calm the storm a little bit, didn't they? Melbourne,
They wheeled Maxi out a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's one problem to another, isn't it? With
No
that
wonder
sort of
his leg's
situation.
broken. Someone's standing in front of the media.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't really click for me that it's the first of that new contract, first year.
First year,
And that's,
$7 million.
Like, not a great sign of things to come.
That's a lot of dosh.
Yeah.
For another bit. You're paying him a lot of money. Now, the only thing that I think, and I'd love to hear from Melbourne fans, how uneasy would you feel if Clary does go to Adelaide and you've still got to pay some of that contract? Because I have no doubt Adelaide would say, we'll take him and you can have a first round pick for him, but we're not paying him $7 million.
No.
You made that mistake.
Do you reckon they have... Who'd be their highest paid player at the... Rankin would be their highest player right now.
Strawny?
And rightly so.
Nah, Rankin would be.
Rankin would be.
They pulled him out from the Gold Coast and put him on that dosh.
Do they have...
Oh, yeah,
Chichi?
Adelaide do. Tex will probably retire at the end of the year.
That's
He'd be on
true.
3-4. There's another 3 you can throw at someone.
Yep.
They got young rising stars who are all in the same time in their contract periods, but all on 100, 200, looking for that next big contract. Ben Key should be on fucking $3 million. Just the amount of dog is in him.
Based off that last
So I could see a
performance.
point where maybe the D's would look at ripping out Clary and putting in a number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Or a first round pick.
Here's the risk, though, that if, let's just say, in a bizarre world where also Petrarca goes, because
We've
there's
heard the whisper.
We've heard the whisper.
He's in Europe right now.
Do you really want to get rid of both? Because that's blowing up the nucleus. Like,
Well,
that's
they're-
blowing up the Death Star, really. Isn't
Well,
it? Like,
I mean, it'd be to lose Clary, Track, Gorn maybe has 2 good years in him. Something's going on there. Is it the coach? We've also raised before that maybe would you say that we have to save these players? So, Goody, we love what you've done here, but we can't afford to lose 2, 3 of our best players here. Like, if people are unhappy, they're unhappy.
you can't tell me that if those 2 players don't leave at the end of this year that they're in rebuild mode.
They will 100% would be.
Yeah.
They look different without Gorney. They look different without Track. Obviously, Clary has been, maybe the other end of that is Clary just needs to get back to finding some form. Give him a full preseason. He literally didn't have one session
true.
this year. So maybe they say, look, come back. Let's reassess it in the next year and see how we go. And that's why we take 12 months off the contract. We pay an extra 12 months down the road, and we see how these things lies. Richmond also. And now this Dusty thing's getting messy. And now, listen, we don't really care like traditional media. We want them to sort it out between themselves. We'd love to see Dusty play for Richmond again. Yep. They've asked him, I think I've heard through the grapevine, that do you want a farewell game here, Dusty? Like, is your back okay? What do you want to do here? They're now asking him, like, what are your intentions here?
That is so like when you're having a dinner party and you're
Yeah.
sort of like, all right then. So
I better go.
busy day tomorrow or much on?
Or the other way, do you want another bottle of wine or what do you want to do?
Yeah,
Like they're asking him like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We need to know what we're doing here, my man, because the whispers that we've heard all year, you're going to the Gold Coast and now you hurt your back, you go to New Zealand, then you come back and his back's still sore. Apparently, my thing is, you've been a great servant of the footy club. I don't care what you do, but you have a contract, you have a responsibility. You get out there and you play some fucking football. You put the 4 on your back in the black and yellow and you get back out there. When we're paying you $1.4 million,
Yeah.
will yourself back out there for the last 5 games.
Yep.
And he might have a sore back, and like that's a different thing completely. But I think for Richmond, you've got to find out what you're doing at round 20. You got to start making some moves and some chess pieces here to make sure that you guys are good for the long-term future. No one would care. I think if you're a Richmond fan, you wouldn't begrudge him at all for leaving. You'd say thank you very much. But I think right now, as a Richmond fan, it'd be fair to say we need some sign of intention.
Yeah. Do you reckon that could? I doubt that whatever happens in the last 5 games could ever really tarnish what he's done. But
Nah.
you wouldn't want him to leave in a
You know what
bad
they say?
way, would you?
People always remember how you leave. They never remember how you entered.
Yeah. Never go to bed angry.
You never
know?
go to bed angry. Yep.
That
Don't
kind of-
swim on a full stomach.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or at least 30 minutes after.
Yeah.
It's all relevant stuff,
So
Dan.
it all makes sense to me. So I don't know. I think I'm still big on him going to the Gold Coast and just tanning that back, getting number 4. Brandon Ellis is number 4, so probably do a swapsies there.
Yep.
Parks himself at full forward for 30 games.
You touched on it a couple of weeks ago. The benefits of lying on your back on the beach speak for themselves.
It is, yeah. I mean, that ocean breeze is also good
Yep.
for skin. They have the belly pav.
Yep.
There's great margaritas, the belly pav.
Really? Spicy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spicy mugs.
Yep.
Now, you, Rick Shaw's down below, unbelievable bug rolls. And you don't get angry at a guy who's played 300 games for your football club for going to the Gold Coast for some bug rolls and margaritas, do you?
What's a bug roll?
Oh, my God. Now Drake, now a bug roll. It's like a Moreton Bay bug in a roll.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
cool.
makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Got to get there one time.
Love that.
Also on the Chinese Whispers, Saints and Stephen Silvani, they're going hunting with this war chest they got. They've got a big war chest. Dylan Shield now in the convo. This will pick your ears up. Dylan Shield
Here we go.
is in the convo. Matt Owies, they're going to pull him out from Carlton. And pick 5 they're getting from the AFL for battle, for sure. So they're going to be big this offseason, making some moves and making sure this football club doesn't stink anymore and get some excitement back, get some fans back through the gates at Marvel. Let's get more than 18,000 there.
Well, if Dylan Shields on the cards, it'd be an interesting sort of audition this weekend.
Very interesting audition. Yeah, true. Did he play last week?
Think
Dylan
he
Shield?
did. Yep. Think he did.
Actually, I think he's been very good since he came back into the team, averaging 25 or so.
No, he's a decent player, and I'm pretty sure the Saints had some pretty serious interest in him during last year's trade period.
And they got interested in everyone.
It's true. They got interested in me, for God's sake. You know, like,
It's a busy time of the year for Steve Silvani and the crew because anyone
Yeah.
who plays football is on the cards.
yeah, it's true.
I know. You really could be a chance to get a St Kilda contract here. And the Eagles, it's literally no one wants to coach the Eagles. So first, Dean Cox, he Cox-blocked him and said, I'm out. Josh Carr came out during the week and said, I'm out of the race as well. He's going to be Port's next coach. Ken Hinckley is now their firm number 1 target, which I know a lot of guys gave us feedback on the YouTube, especially saying they don't want Ken. Just don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah.
Okay. Get 5, 6, 7 wins on the board, then
Yeah.
get a 10-year contract. Like you might enjoy it.
Totally.
And as I went to bed last night, an article popped up, which piqued my interest. A journo in Perth. Now, I don't know how you get your journalism license in Perth, but they're going to make it more like harder to get.
Sure.
Justin Langer
No.
could be a West Coast coach, and what the Eagles could learn from Sam Mitchell. First, Dean Cox, now Josh Carr. As more potential head coaches back away from the job at West Coast, should the club entertain the idea of bringing in a coach who has been successful in another code? It worked in Ted Lasso. TV show. When an American football coach is hired to manage a British soccer club, what are we doing here? They would rely on the expertise of coaching staff who have played AFL and have extensive knowledge of the game, but a suitably qualified coach who has achieved success in any professional sporting organisation would have no trouble adapting their skills in a similar environment. What could someone like Justin Langer, who's already on the club's board, or legendary Wildcats coach Trevor Gleeson be able to offer? Are we ready for a club to shake things up and be open-minded to someone from outside the sport? Maybe it's a way to bring in an experienced coach without having to prize someone out of a contract elsewhere. That could be the worst thing I've read this year. Haven't the Eagles fans been through enough? Justin Langer? Really?
I thought I didn't read all of this. When I briefly looked over the running order, I saw Justin Langer. I thought, that's actually quite a funny joke from you.
Yeah, not a joke. You've seen it, haven't you, the article?
Okay. First of all, Ted Lasso, you touched on TV show.
And a great TV program.
Really good.
Awesome. And he was very good, Ted Lasso.
He was very good. I must say, though, the British soccer team in question that they've mentioned here, fake, doesn't exist, Richmond FC. It's not even a team. It's not even like they've gone, we're going to coach West Ham. It's fixtures.
They got that wrong as well.
It's not real.
Okay.
Justin Langer famously didn't work out in the end.
Yeah,
as
actually,
the
it was
cricket coach.
pretty bad in the end.
He also said he will never coach again.
Yeah, so good research. Horrible. Horrible. That would never, ever work. I don't know what's happening in Perth. There's something in the water there, if they even give a shit about what they're reporting on, but they got to make it harder for people to write articles over there.
There's another way you could take that. Okay, let's think about this honestly. Okay, what would be a different way of doing a head coach that actually makes sense? Maybe like...
Literally getting Ted Lasso.
just getting Jason Sudeikis down.
Hey, mate, you don't think you do Ted
in.
Lasso. We loved it. Could you do that in real life with the Eagles?
Okay, other sports have player coaches. Mm-hmm. That's a more legitimate chance of happening than a cricket coach.
Literally, I don't think in the history of sport someone has been plugged from a different code as the head coach. Maybe an assistant, I get different expertise, different skills that you could bring into a coaching group, but to be the main guy, Justin Langer's got the West Coast Eagles in the nets.
I mean...
What are the Eagles just blocking?
Come on, Harley, face up.
Yeah, mate. Wear your helmet, mate.
Well, no,
Let's go head hunting, boys.
You're right. Like Billy Slater joined the Saints as a tackling purposes, things like that.
Yeah, stuff
Sure.
like that. I mean, you're going to have Oscar Allen doing medium pace fastballs. How's off season? Yeah, we've been really good in our short game, like finding the boundary more. Just horrible. But I feel for the Eagles fans. They're going for no one wants to coach them. And maybe they are 3 or 5 years away from finding their head coach, but they've got to find someone for right now. We spoke about Dean Cox maybe being the guy in 5 years when he sorted all his stuff out with Horse, and maybe he lets someone else cut their teeth and go through the teething process with the Eagles right now. So maybe there is a coach out there that can do that doesn't have to be an ex-premiership coach.
The other thing that I've picked up on the people that you've mentioned here, it's clear that if I was to guess, that most coaches out there prefer the system of being groomed into the role rather than just coming into a club that's on fire, essentially. It's like,
it's hard.
I'd much prefer to wait 5 years and learn.
You got to be groomed. You
Yeah.
have to be groomed. I mean, it's worked with. I mean, Mitchell one is perfect. It's worked out well. I mean, the Vossi. I don't think Vossi got groomed. He got thrown into it, and that was just a shit show at the Lions.
Brisbane, yeah.
Yeah. So there's 2 cases there we can make
Then
a case
he's come
for.
back far stronger after
Unreal,
spending
yeah.
so much time at Port.
Yeah.
So
They'll find someone. There'll be someone out there who I think they're gonna poach someone who isn't ready, but they'll have a 3-5 year contract there for them.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe a Gian Siracusa.
Yeah, true.
Who's there? Who's waiting in the wings?
Don't mind that.
It could be someone. This is sad. After 385 games and 3 grand finals, Razor Ray has decided to hang up the whistle at the end of the season. Have a career, Ray. Have a career. He's just 100% been offered a media gig.
Geez, and if he has, I hope it's as the umpire. Remember we were saying how good that'd be to be like,
That'd actually be
"Let's
good.
just- Razor, what happened there, mate?
Yeah, great call by the umpires as always. I think it's actually a good idea to get someone like him in the media team. Now we know the new broadcasting teams are being arranged for next season when the rights change and all the broadcasting teams get fixed or moved around. So I think he'll be added to that. Maybe it's a 7 for I Know Football, but let's just hope that he maybe stays on to teach these umpires how to umpire and officiate. Great. No, I don't care what you say about him. If you like him or love him, he's been great for the game of football.
When was the last umpire really that had an image and you knew his name and
Yeah.
I can't really remember one.
Again, people have got different thoughts on Razor and what he's done, but he's a great umpire. He's been great for the game, and he's also a great player for Carlton. So we're going to miss him massively at the Blues. we love what he did for us. It's always going to be a sore spot when he goes. Sam Reid also retired. 181 games, 183 goals, a premiership player, and was on the cover of an AFL game.
Yep.
Which is just rogue now. Think about it, that he was on the cover of the
What
AFL
year?
game.
It was like 2000 and...
So it would have been 9, 8, 7, that period.
probably was reaching a bit there. Like, surely we had a bigger name, but that's okay.
Would have thought, but hadn't played a game at any level since 2022, then came back to VFL last week, tears a hammy off and says, that'll do me, boys, I'm out. Well, good way to go out. But he was great for them. I remember back in the day, Sammy Reid was like the guy.
Yeah,
He'd
sure.
go up there, pluck a few goals. In the grand final they had, he was instrumental. What a player. Great career as well. And crazy before we get into the preview, not one player was sent to tribunal this week.
Wow. That would be the first this year, surely.
Thank God we had a week off.
Yeah.
It was great. Just the anxiety and stress of that. So we had Green, Bedford, their cases thrown out the week before. Hot Boy Heaney the week before that.
Yep.
Got his suspension. And this week I thought Hipwood would go for his tunnel and Blakey.
Yeah.
Almost broke his neck.
Yeah, no, he didn't go into kill, only just sort of
He didn't get
maim or
concussed.
seriously injure.
Yeah. There was no concussions. The AFL just, what did you do then?
Damn it. I so
No, you looked at the camera, so you gave it away.
bugger.
But I thought he'd get a week for sure, but there was no concussion, so maybe the AFL said it's all good, nothing to see here.
I'm just thankful for David Cedar. He's never slept so well
Yeah, I
this
know.
week.
He had a week off, which was great. Let's get into some football. A great week of football coming up. A big round 20. 5 games to go. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 to go. So this will really...
Yep, we're on.
We're on here for finals. Friday night, Carlton v Port Adelaide at Marvel. Fucking please stop making us play at Marvel. We hate it. We don't like it. Blues $1.49, Port $2.63. The line is 14.5. Did you see the heritage jumper they released?
No, is it good? Do you like
Pretty
it?
cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. At first, I had a bit of time, like I was a bit confused who it was, but then I worked out, okay, that's definitely Carlton.
So it's retro round, isn't it?
Round 22, they're wearing it against the Hawks.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what we had Geelong last weekend, Saints are doing it this weekend. Okay, so it's spread.
Is there a retro round anymore in the AFL or not?
Well, I thought it was this weekend, but that's only because I've been focusing on what we're doing on Saturday. But maybe
True. I like on their one, on the Blues one. They got the collars on it.
I'm just going to have a look at it.
Bring the collars back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool. I mean, it's not much different to the new one. The monogram's been around for a long time now, but I like the collar on the Guernsey. Got to bring that back into some games.
I just want to be on. There must be a reason we don't use them, right? Like, I'm just going to be on collar watch.
Yanking, yeah,
just
true.
to see sort of what happens there.
I think it's a finger hazard.
It looks great.
Carlton have won the last 3 against Port, and the last time that Carlton played Port, it was in Adelaide, and it was tied at 3/4 time, and then Carlton just put him to the sword, kicked 8 in the last quarter, and that really kicked them off for a month of good football. And then we find ourselves back here just fighting our way, slogging our way through winter, which is tough. So first, as I say in every Carlton game, the first 10 minutes we'll know exactly where their head's at and what kind of Blues we're going to get. It's going to be either absolute slaughter fest or it'll be a shit fight. And as a Carlton fan, I go into the game, well, mostly every game, thinking now, let's keep this thing close and then shit the bed.
Okay. That's the tactic.
That's the mindset I take in
sure.
at the moment. TDK is out, Pitto's in. Crazy that he fractured a foot and punctured a lung. Now, they're saying the TDK camp, which I think is just Carlton, are saying maybe Tristan Cherry was a bit too rough. Stepping on feet, tackling harder. Great effort for him to even play at the game.
Yeah. I mean, we did say he looked seriously sore.
Yeah, we
which
fucking
is not
spoke
a shock
into existence.
Now.
He looked so sore because he had a broken foot and a lung puncture.
Which we know is in vogue at the moment.
Well, spleens are in vogue, but so are
That's
punctured
true.
lungs, yeah. A lot of punctured lungs and spleens this year. Now, Pitto's going to come in. Strength. God, he's strong. I don't need him to be TDK. I need him to be Pitto and just be strong in the contest. If I see him flying across a pack trying to be TDK, I'll vomit on myself.
Yeah.
You don't need to be that guy. Be strong in the ruck, do a bit of following up, and just go about it the way you want to go about it.
Yep, that's fair.
He was good actually early in the year when he came into the team. I think he was like one of the highest rated players for 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, okay.
In the ruck role. So hopefully he does. We now can see Cripper is going to play more in the ruck as well, and Cripper likes playing the ruck. I did not put a Ferrari in the ruck.
No.
That's what I kept saying to the boys when I was playing. You don't put me in there. Like, why drive me in the mud?
Even
like
though
that?
you are the ruck. Yeah.
Even though I'm the ruck. And Port come to Adelaide. They haven't been really informed. They've actually been playing pretty bad outside of Adelaide lately. I think they beat Saints by 2, then lost to the Giants, lost to the Suns, then lost to someone else away from home. So, weird Friday night game.
It is a little bit. I'm looking forward to it though.
I'm going to go, I think the Blues will win this, but not with any confidence.
So who is Pitto up against? Soldo
John Sweet.
or Sweet?
Sweet will stay in. He's a big boy,
will
Sweet.
stay in. Yeah. No, you got to back the Blues. You do.
I just need them to be convincing. They haven't been convincing enough for me. I thought they were going to go through a little bit of a shit period where they were losing some games. It was close, but I need them to get back on their shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Considering you got rattled by North, it's no. You'll be fine.
You know who is back on their bullshit? Cripper. Brownlow favourite by a mile now.
Like a bit of daylight?
250.
Wow.
Yeah, daylight. So he's going to, one more good game and 3 votes, and you may as well just lock him in for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going Blues by, what was the line there? Nah, it'd be a shit fight. It'd be close. Just Blues.
Okay.
You going Blues?
Yeah, I'm going Blues by 10.
North v Geelong. What a Saturday treat for all Tasmanians down there. North for $4, Cats are $1.25. The line is 24.5. Now, the Cats played like a busted ass last week against the Dogs. Played dress-ups and fucked around and found out. And North made the Blues work for their 4 points. They're the best, worst team in the league right now. I mean, Richmond are injured, but North are just, they make teams work for it. And it's cold as shit in Tassie at the moment. I'm not really sure what you do for fun there.
What do you mean?
Well, cold, not really fun. Very similar to Geelong. So it's pretty much a home game for Geelong.
I literally just went to a satanic festival, mate.
True, you
What
did.
do you want
You
from
ate a
me?
lot of food. We got some feedback from the Geelong thing of people driving around with mugs and plates.
Yes, it's a thing.
It's a real thing. People drive around their mugs and have Greek yogurt. People eat spaghetti. I think I saw one thing. It's a real thing.
So we got, what time's this game? It's
110 or 145, sorry.
We're sort of looking at the 11-degree mark.
Cold. Any rain about?
Rain about in the morning.
Oh, okay. Bit yuck. Well, they need to turn up Geelong because last week no one played well for Geelong except for Tom Stewart. He was the only one that turned up. And they don't have a ruckman against that big injury-making guy to other players, son of a bitch, Tristan Xerri. Mm-hmm. They need to bring in someone to fucking win a head out. I know that they're 17th, but I just think North have found something that they're doing well at the moment, the last 6 weeks. Like a bit of DNA, something they go to. And they turn games into a shit fight. Yes, they could be cleaner by foot, but I think that I'm taking them.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I think the wheels are off this thing at Geelong. I think they're nervous. Cameron, I love Gemma Cameron, but I don't think he's a full forward. They actually need Tom Hawkins for some structure. So I'm going to take North in Tassie to win this game.
I just don't think Cats would like playing in Hobart, would they?
Nah, it's not a Geelong. I mean, it's very similar to Geelong.
It's not.
It is. Both boring, sleepy towns, like super boring towns. I think they're actually going to like going there. They wouldn't even know they're in Tassie. Except they're staying in a hotel bed. Okay, so you taking North as well?
I'm going North.
This Q clash. This might be the biggest Q clash in the history of the two teams. Gold Coast $2.31, Brisbane $1.62, the Lions 8.5. Now going to be 24 degrees and sunny up there. No soapy balls.
Nah.
Going to be a great day for football. And Gold Coast Suns haven't lost a game at home, need to win to stay in the finals. And Brisbane have just rocketed in the top 4. This is going to be my game of the round. Unbelievable. They hate each other's guts as well. Just your two teams that generally despise each other. Both have psychopaths on the team. Got Tuke Miller and Zorko who hate each other. Holman's an absolute psycho. Last year, remember, Tuke got that suspension
Of course.
for grabbing a few nuts, for gripping and ripping it. Grabbed Zorko's and gave him the
we've all
screw
done
grip.
that.
I know. Didn't give him the old hock tar, gave him the grip and rip. So maybe he might do that again, go back to the well. Good tactic. Harris Andrews enters the concussion protocol, so he won't play. And last week, the Suns just stunk away from home. They got to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to take him again here at home. They're heading in the right direction, but just let's win a game outside of Cavill Avenue, Like, you've lost 16 away from home. Becoming a real issue up on the Gold Coast about not travelling.
But 1 week at a time, Dan. They're not away this weekend, so it's tempting.
It's back at home, a must-win for the Suns. Lions rolling at the moment. Now, the midfield is dangerous for the Lions. They've got a forward line keeps kicking goals. They've got no backman. So I think the whisper was that Hipwood's going back to help them out. Down back. Which if you're Ben King, you're going, come the daddy. Yeah, licking your lips.
Yep.
I'm taking the Suns.
Yeah, good.
So dumb that we're doing this every week with them. I'm over it.
But you just feel like at some point it'll come off, right? It has to.
But also at that one point they have to lose it at home.
Oh, that's true.
And the Lions are still pretty much at home. They still get to sleep in their beds.
That's true.
Just drive down the...
Have you talked yourself out of it again?
Fuck. Give me the Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to back the Suns.
I'm going the Lions without a defense.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me nervous with no Harris Andrews down there. It makes me even more nervous if Il Hipwood goes down there.
Are you talking yourself back into it now?
Give me the Suns.
Okay, right.
St Kilda v Essendon. Here we go. You're working this one?
Oh, yeah, baby.
That Marvel. Saints $2.07. The Dons $1.79. The Lions only 3.5. Wow, this is actually not a chopstick game.
No way.
This is an exciting game. This is a must-watch TV. This is keep the retinas in kind of game. Blood out of the eyes. There's a lot on the line for the Bombers here. The Saints are playing some decent footy. The Saints have looked good, we said last week, since Max actually went out of the side. And I feel like they've changed something up with their ball movement. Does it look like that in real life? Are they going quicker?
Absolutely they are. They're really moving it a lot
a conscious
quicker.
effort to get it on quickly and get it out the back.
I actually think that Zach Jones has really helped in that as well. He's quite erratic. He's a bit Horn Fantasy.
He's doing a lot.
It's quick. Go.
But it's mayhem, so you can't defend it. If he doesn't know what he's doing, how do you know how you're going to defend it? You know?
I don't like the fact that Liam Henry's out for the rest of the
No,
season.
I saw that.
His link-up play has actually been really... that's helped the speed of things.
Yeah.
So that's not ideal, but we've definitely... that ball movement's, changed.
They're going to end well. I mean, there's still a chance they could sneak into finals. A lot has to go right for them. They got to win 5 in a row.
I read somewhere that if everything goes to plan, we could end up third. It's still a legitimate possibility.
Okay, so there's still a chance.
Oh, yeah.
A slight chance.
You're telling me there's a chance.
You win this, keep it alive. Now, Ross said in his presser that, hey, we've just got to get through the next 5 weeks, get our processes right. That's what we're taking in next season. But also, I kind of like being the Grinch. If I can take a few final series out for other teams, I'll be happy to do that.
It's fun.
Ross the Grinch, who would have thought? The Saints are funny because they're the team that I've never questioned their effort. I've just questioned their ability to make a game as boring as humanly possible. When I sit there, I go, I need chopsticks in my eyes, not down the retinas, but just in the eyelids to keep them open.
Oh, Mr. Bean style.
Mr. Bean, but their effort has always been there. And the Bombers have lost 3 of the last 4, and I think that their fans now are starting to get worried about the super slide. This is a real thing. You're at the top of it looking down, and you're thinking, oh, this is bad. If you drop this, you add the 8. And wow, oh wow, that Tullamarine Airport might burn down to the ground. They dropped Peter Wright last week and brought back Todd Goldstein, and he looked every part of 36 years old last week. He had minus 12 metres gained.
So I don't understand how that works. Do you just have no metres gained?
I think that must mean that he maybe went to kick backwards and gave it back to the opposition, like an intercept.
Yeah, that must be it, right? That's the only... Yeah.
Unless kicking back is minus... Someone would know this out there. What is minus metres gained? Is it just kicking back?
But that doesn't count because if you kick it back to then switch it...
You're still getting metres.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's an intercept. I have no idea how he did it, but he did it, so that's very impressive. I think they need to bring in Nick Bryan. Who is he going to have naked photos of to get a game here? He is dominating the VFL. He's averaging 18 touches and 40 hits in the VFL. Get him in the team. Just give him a go. Him and Draper would be a pretty good combo. Both very mobile. Draper needs to work on his goal kicking, but I'm sure he'll fix that this week. But I like that more than I liked him and Goldie, Draper and Goldie. So give Nick Bryan a chance. Otherwise, he's going to up and bounce from that club at the end of the year.
Yeah.
When I look at shit that's going wrong for the Bombers, I go, okay, this is like last week. When things weren't going well, especially in that second quarter, I said, who's the dog in this team? Who's the guy that's going to dig deep and get him out of this hole? And Merritt's the obvious one, but he's just going to do his thing regardless whether they're up or down. But who else is going to help him? I don't know who's their dog.
Against Adelaide, I felt like Dersma was digging deep in the last little bit.
Dersma their dog?
But I don't think he's their dog.
No.
Is the thing. In that game, he was...
Every team has a dog. And I don't think that they have... Oh, maybe West Coast don't have a dog. Doggies have a lot of dogs.
Stringer can dog it up.
Yeah, but he can also stink it up too.
But he can also,
He can also have the runs.
common house cat it up.
Yeah, true. They need to find a dog. I don't know, maybe it's Durham. But someone who's got a bit of venom in him just to turn the table and flip a game for the better. So I need them to find a dog. That's what I'm looking for this week.
Okay.
Who's their dog? And I like Ben Mackay, but I'm not sure he knows what colour team he's handballing to when he's down there. Is he colourblind? He might be, and we love him. Can you Google if he's colourblind? He had 4 shaky handballs last week that made me nervous. So when he's got the ball in D50 with hand, I go, he goes my anxiety through the roof. I need him to figure out who he's handballing to this week. So in saying that, I'm going to, and not because I'm off you guys at all and I've been hard on you this year, I'm going the Saints.
Yes. Good man. Yeah, I've got a real feeling about the Saints.
What's the vibe down there?
It's good.
What are you hearing?
What am I hearing?
Any whispers coming out?
No real whispers. Just it's a good vibe. I'll give you that.
Pre-game a good vibe?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but are you down there seeing the boys, damming them up or not?
Yeah, I had an embarrassing one on the weekend as well.
Oh my God.
Just
Not
a lot of
surprised me.
I went, here they come, the boys. And they just went, yep.
Yeah, we are. We have to.
Yep. That's
We got to play
our
a
job.
game. Yeah, we got to play a game.
But no. Good, honestly, genuinely good vibe down there.
Okay, well, we'll keep the good vibes rolling. They win this game. They
Because
win
I
this
think
game.
the pressure's off a little bit. And
Shackles are off.
Yeah.
I think Ross will be a bit more calmer now.
Yeah.
Season's pretty much gone. I know mathematically it could happen, but the season's gone. I think they're just going to go out and try and beat a few teams up, ruin a few seasons. This would melt everything for Essendon if they won this game.
It just blows me away how quickly things can change.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going Saints. I'm convinced.
Nice.
Melbourne v Giants. D's $1.94. The Giants $1.90. That's way closer than I thought. The season is done for the D's. They lose here. That's as simple as it is. Now they've got to find a way to kick some goals. They just have to find a way. They can't win every game with their defense. Last 5 games, they're only averaging 68 points, and that includes a game that they had against the Eagles where they scored 112. So they are not even fight. The cheer squad is sitting there going, "We actually want, some risk to have a concussion here with the footy coming through."
Yeah.
They're doing no risk at all at the moment. That ball's not sailing through the post. Teams have worked out how to play on the D's massively. They just bring up May and Lever. They play a quick brand of football, get their forwards right up the ground and turn May and Lever around and then find a way to kick goals at the back. And it's happening just every week. You can see it happened last week against the Dockers. The week before that, they're getting turned around and there's just no chance of defending, which makes it hard for them. They want to set up as well, May and Lever, and they just can't do that at the moment. So when I close my eyes and I think about the Giants and saying that, I see just a tsunami wave flying off half back, which is, as I said, the defenders at Melbourne, a worst nightmare. You can't set up, you can't get stable, you get no speed off the ball, we can't slow them up. So I think that the Giants here are very dangerous given their form, but it's just a hard game to pick because it's going to be raining as well. And last time they played in the rain, the D's, they smoked Bombers, just beat the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm. Would Tipper's Choice help you
here?
Yeah,
what do you got?
72% Giants.
Okay. Sam Taylor comes back, broke his nuts.
Yeah.
He's back.
Broken nuts,
He's going to wear a guard, I think, going to wear a cup.
I think that's, that'd be hard to run in. But
Well, it's better than strapping your balls.
have you had to do that?
Once, but that was not for football-related stuff. That's for a private party. They keep private. Thank you very much.
That's a private thing.
It'd be pretty tough breaking your nuts. I've never, I had one actually. Dennis Arfield broke his balls once. And I don't think they exploded. Like his testes didn't explode, but it definitely got damaged a lot.
So when we say broken nuts, it's often split in the saccular region.
I think your actual testicle gets, I think it maybe does blow up like a balloon. Goes, nah, because then you need a new testy. I don't know how it works. We need someone to look at it. But he's back after breaking his nuts. Jack Buckley isn't going to Olympics. Mm-hmm. Said, nah, I can't go.
So he's
Sorry,
in the
Dale.
team?
Yeah, he's in the team. He's going to play football again. And they're playing a good brand of football this time of the year. Now, I talked about the rain last time, the D's, and how it was raining and they still beat the shit out of Essendon. Purely on the fact that it's in Melbourne and it's going to be raining, give me Melbourne. I think that's going to make it a shit fight. Gawn comes back. He's got that chip fib. He'll have to come back.
Yeah, okay.
This is their last chance to get their season live. I think he comes back. The rain helps him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Melbourne.
right, D's. All right.
And our thoughts are with DJ Shitboy, who's grinding in rehab.
Yeah, whoever it might be.
Keep grinding, DJ Shitboy. It's going to be the off-season soon. You can spin those decks.
Yep.
Shit those pants. Battle of WA. The Derby, the Derby. I don't know how you pronounce it. What is it?
I don't know. I just say Derby.
I don't know how to say it either, but I got abused last time. The Prince of Perth, Harley Reid and his crew against the other team in Perth that we have been criticised for not giving enough love or talking about enough. The purple team. The Perth Reserves. Fremantle $1.11, West Coast $6.70. The line is 36.5. Now, we couldn't have two teams that are more opposite this season. We've got a team who, compare the pair, same state, same love for MU export. One team is in the top 4 and loves their coach. One team absolutely stinks and can't find a coach to coach them. Just polar opposite years here.
I would love to work in an office space in Perth at the moment, just because
Be great, ruffling feathers.
Yeah.
remember the last time that I think West Coast played maybe a month ago, they played someone, I'm not sure who it was, maybe Essendon. And when the fans were crossing a bridge, where the Freo fans roll up on their boat and blast the Freo song.
Brilliant.
Hate each other, these two teams. Absolutely. Freo are red hot. And there's a belief over there that maybe this might be the year. Maybe get a home final, been 30 years and not a single premiership to show for it. So maybe this is the year that they just take everyone by surprise and win a flag. I'm not really sure. But it wasn't long ago again. As I said, we saw the boat thing. No Alex Pearce. Broke his arm again.
Yeah, I know. I love him too.
I love him, but probably not smart to go out there with a broken arm and then break it more. It was a 1 week broken arm. That's impressive.
Yes, quick.
That's very impressive. McGovern to come back in for the Eagles. Now, the last derby, however you pronounce it, the Eagles smacked him. The Prince had 19 and 3 goals. So they get themselves up and about for this one.
You like him?
I'm not getting a
just in
single.
general?
I'm just saying they're going to get themselves up and about for like the first 15 minutes and then it'll be probably a shit show.
Sure.
And we haven't spoken about Freo's trio dips. Well, they're fluffy.
Okay, talk to me.
Young,
Yep.
Sarong, Brayshaw. We've been sleeping on them.
Yeah, it's more of a trio of dips, though, isn't it, at this stage?
You don't think it's scary fluffy yet?
I don't think it's scary, but by geez, I love a trio of dips. Don't get me wrong.
Nothing better than the trio. What kind of, we talking hummus?
I would be going hummus, roasted.
Paprika?
No, maybe a guac.
Okay.
I'd go, and then let me get back to you.
Beetroot?
No, sicko.
Tzatziki?
Oh yeah,
Well, they got a good trio there. I like that trio.
roasted capsicum.
That's the one. Yeah. Okay. They're a trio of dips. They've been unbelievable. I think they're averaging something like 100 touches between them a game.
Yeah.
So just crazy. And they'd have, I don't know how, they have the big Kahuna and Nev, but their firepower forward, they just kick goals. It's not like anyone's actually dominating. They all just chip in for 2 or 3 a game.
And I think that's why they're a trio of dips. They just get on with it, and they're very, very nice, and they're very, very good, and they're very important when hosting a party.
True.
But I
something-
don't find
yeah.
them scary.
That is very true. And I don't find this team, West Coast, scary at all, actually. I don't find them a trio of dips. I find them actually just bread with no dips.
Yeah.
Bad in the mouth.
Yeah.
Dry in the mouth.
Yeah.
Sharp edges.
Yeah.
They are a team made up of little arms at the moment. Just everyone's coaching or playing for themselves to make sure they get a contract or on a list for next year. This looks like they've just separated completely. All playing for themselves out there. The wheels are off. It'll get ugly for them.
Yeah.
Freo's going to beat the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Freo by 100.
It only has to go one way, right?
It's going one way. It's going to
Yeah.
be ugly for West Coast fans.
Yeah.
Freo by heaps.
Yeah.
Just heaps. Collingwood v Richmond MCG on Sunday. Who would have thought that we'd be saying at round 20, the reigning premiers need to beat Richmond to keep their season alive. Collingwood $1.27, Richmond at $3.82. The line is 23.5. Now, I'm sure there are at least some fans crazy enough to believe that there's something that they can pull out this season. Maybe they can make a final. Just somehow they can pull things together for 5 games to go and make the finals. Maybe 2 or 3 fans. But for the rest of them, I think they're pretty self-aware. This thing's done.
Yeah.
It's all over. Doesn't help when their president comes out and says this, Jeff Brown. I think we've got a team that can win a premiership. And if we can get in this year, I don't think there is a team that is going to want to play us. This year's not a write-off. I don't concede that. Hey, Jeff, I think you might be watching different games. I reckon the Hawks might want you again. I reckon the Blues would love to have you. I reckon even the Bombers would love to have you.
Yeah.
The season's done, my friend.
Yeah.
It's all over. A lot of things have to go right for you. You have to actually win a game. You haven't won one since round 14. So there's that thing. And I'm not very confident at all that you can win a flag this year.
Do you reckon anyone's going to go to this game? I'd see a really quiet attendance. I reckon there'll be a lot of people just staying in their bedrooms making no noise at all.
Yeah, it's a real couch job, isn't it, this one?
Yeah.
Nothing really to gain for both teams.
No.
You might even get chopsticks out for it. They had the oldest list team in the comp last round, the
Yeah.
Pies. They are old as shit at the moment. Pendlebury's 37, Howe's 35, Sidebottom 34. All out of contract, those 3. Cox is 34. Jamie Elliott's 33. I thought he was like 19.
34. And yeah, true.
I thought Jamie Elliott was like 23 at least.
That's a really
Don't you
good
reckon?
call. Totally.
He
looks
plays like
very
he's 18.
youthful.
He's got lots of energy.
Yeah.
He got that bad foot, but they doesn't get blood to it. But apart from that, I did not think Jamie Elliott was 33 years old.
Maybe you can track Jamie Elliott's age with his tats, though.
True. He's got that Benjamin Button thing.
Yeah.
He's getting younger.
Yeah.
So he's 33. I think he's good. You keep him. But Tom Mitchell, 32. Hoskin Elliott, 32. So they're old as shit.
Wow.
Now, hear me out on the Pendlebury thing I'm about to say.
Okay.
37. Let's be honest. They're probably not going to offer him another contract. It's going to be one of those ones that say, you've played 400 games for footy club. Thank you so much. You've been a great servant. But Pendlebury loves basketball. He watches LeBron. He's seeing what LeBron's doing over there, how he's getting better as he ages. Is there a world that Pendlebury goes, I agree with you. I've had a conversation with North Melbourne. I'm going to take a 2-year contract and get to 450 games at North for 2 years. So it takes him to 39, 40.
So you'd have to play every game in those 2 seasons.
Which he could sit on halfback and help the younger like McKercher and Sheasel off halfback. Is there a world we see where Sam Mitchell did it when he left Hawks, where he goes, Hodge did it? These players that we thought they were going to be part of the fabric and DNA, they'll never leave clubs and play elsewhere, and they go somewhere else for 2 years. Could Scott Pendlebury go to a team like North, sit on halfback, get himself to 40 years of age and play 450 games?
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I really don't hate it.
Pendlebury, North Melbourne, confirmed.
And he's done so much for Collingwood.
It's done too much.
But that's preserved now.
Yeah, he's done.
Isn't
He's
it?
locked. He's an absolute immortal. Yeah. He's going to get a statue at the front of the building, I've no doubt. Like, just he's been great, but he might say, I'm feeling pretty good. 450 isn't that far away. I want 450.
Yeah.
If you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to go over to Arden Street. Same colours, same stripes.
It's not hard, yeah.
You know? Same, so I can still get the stripes. That's
if
fine.
If you're colourblind, like Ben, you're laughing.
I mean, Ben's fucked when he plays North Melbourne. He goes, okay, I know I'm colourblind, but is that Scott Pendlebury out there? Do I handball to him or not?
Yeah.
No, he's on our team. Okay, back on the team. Richmond are cooked. 18 on the injury list. Mm-hmm. Nank's now out, which means it's time to step up our boy, Samson Ryan. Not having a great year. Which is okay. He's played 6 games this year, only averaging 5 touches.
Yeah, but who is?
No one is over there. It's a tough industry, a tough game, but he's averaging like 15 footies to the hands. He's just not clunking them. A lot of footies to the hands. A lot of screen time. I see him in the screen popping out, but 5 actual touches.
We've been calling for screen time as a category for some time now.
206 centimetres, so he's a big bastard. 4th year on the list, got an extension on his contract this year to take him to 2027.
Yeah.
You got to show us what you got, Samson. You can't be rolling around with 5 touches a game and you're 206 centimetres. Like, you're big as shit.
Yeah.
Like, just grab it out of the ruck this game and just kick it and boot it and get some 5 touches that way.
Yeah, it sounds easy, doesn't it?
Well, I averaged 11.
Okay. That's a good barometer.
Thank you. It is, yeah. I mean, if I'm averaging 11, Samson Ryan can average 20.
Yeah. At least 12.
Well, yeah, 20 is a stretch. 12. As we said, Martin, who knows he's going to play. I think he might come back in the team. He might not. He missed out last week. He was out of the team because he had hand blisters from playing golf last week. Taranto, Vlossen, Pickett, and Rioli Jr. are all tests to come back in the team, which would be big.
Yep.
Give me Richmond and Samson Ryan have 10 touches. Let's go, boys.
Sicko. No.
Samson Ryan to have 10 and Richmond to win this game. I like that.
I didn't quite realise the ins.
There's some big ins.
Which changes things.
Hey, Collingwood had depleted as well. Cox will come back for him. Yeah.
Richmond.
Give me Richmond and Samson Ryan. And the boys and the squad they got to go and roll the pies again.
It's Tiger time.
Here we go. This is a great game. This is also up there with the game of the round. Sydney versus the Dogs. Sydney $1.48. The Dogs are $2.66. The line is 40.5. Now, Q Clash, we said, is probably a game of the round. This is pressing.
Yeah.
Right next to it. Dogs back-to-back road trips. AFL making it as hard as possible for them to get a win here. That's tough going Geelong in the cold, then going back up to Sydney in the heat. 2 teams are very similar in the way they go about it. Midfields are full of studs. You got a bunch of Lamborghinis and Ferraris driving around in there. Just cannot wait for this midfield battle. And they can both absolutely just steampile goals on in a blink of an eye.
Yep.
Blink and you'll miss 6 goals. Papley's out for the rest of the season. That hurts. Back for finals. I like him on a small deck.
Definitely back for finals if everything goes to plan.
I think they're saying 4 to 6.
Okay.
He'll get himself back.
Yeah. Well, the bye week helps. Yep.
I think he'll be fine. So he's a huge loss just for like the vibe, chemistry, and morale.
Yeah.
Like who's gonna absolutely run across the 50 and fist pump a goal?
Yeah. Well, they're quite likable now, the team, aren't they?
Yes. True. Liam Jones back for the Doggies, which means they're going to make a decision who goes out. Does a Lob go out? What's Lob going to do? Is he just going to play with Jones? Or is that too much height down there?
Could be too much.
I don't know. Last week was brutal for the Swans, physically, emotional. They're banged up. And now listen, they're still my sure thing to be in the grand final. I think they're going to get there, given they have 2 home finals coming up. They're going to finish top of the ladder. But the Doggies are in a mood. They're in a 2016 mood. I think they go up there and put themselves in the 8.
Oh, mate. You're a sicko. You're sick.
I reckon that I like what they've got. The Doggies are a team that should be way better than what they are.
Well, that's 100%
They
correct.
are unbelievable. They got some dogs in that team. They got some studs. They are a great team. You put it on the paper and you go, this is the best team in the league. They just haven't done it yet. Their forward line is crazy dangerous. Their midfields, as I said, got Ferraris everywhere. The back line has Jones and Lobb now who can defend. They're a team.
Is Papley being out really enough to say they're not going to win this at home?
Not really, but I mean, given their goal spread this year has been, everyone's kicked like 30 goals for them. So not a huge loss, but I think that what he does to the team, getting up high, getting in the midfield, giving a few corkies out with the elbows, fist pumping, I think that's a big loss just when you look around yourself in the rooms at Sydney. You go, okay, Paps isn't here. Now I'm even more flat.
Yeah, that's true.
You know they had a first quarter. That's not
true.
what they need.
So now they hate the first half.
Yeah. I like the way they match up against the Swans here. I think they match him in every category and every position on the field.
Oh, look, you know what? Why not? Let's do it.
Doggies. Wow. Last game. This is great, this game.
Well, this also could be the game of the round.
Well, you're right. Maybe I have no idea what the game of the round is. Hawthorn v Adelaide. The Hollywood Hawks steamrolled the Pies last week. A team who just enjoys celebrating goals, rolls into Adelaide, the city of churches. A team that loves the hill. We're giving you the finger on Sunday. Ben Key and the boys against the Hollywood Hawks. Adelaide $1.94, Hawks $1.90. The line is 0.5. A Sportsnet's got no idea who's going to win this. How good is that the Hawks have named themselves their small forwards, the Mosquitoes?
Well, okay, I don't like it.
Okay, wow, it's negative.
And you will agree with me when I say that if we can't call the Wiz because that was already a nickname, what about the Mosquito Fleet?
Who was the Mosquito Fleet before them?
I might have to cut this.
Or,
It's one of the great Carlton teams, the Mosquito Fleet.
oh, really? Who?
It was back in the 90s, I believe.
Oh, really? I actually have no idea. You
Yep.
leave it in. Yeah, no idea. Really?
Yeah, the Mosquito Fleet. So I saw it and went,
Oh, so no, they've got to change.
like, I didn't like it. Let me.
Okay, keep going. Well, I'll talk about it. Well, the Mosquitoes, they've called themselves Ginnivan, Bruce, McDonald, Moore, and the Wiz, who is Jeff Farmer, but that's okay. So you don't think they've called... yeah, okay.
Mozzie. 30 years ago, Carlton had a Mosquito Fleet that teased and taunted, tested opposition teams, and became famous for doing so.
Yeah,
this was in the 80s.
Yeah, they're going to change that then. If it's already been
Yeah.
taken, you got to change it. Okay. Well, that may be a bit flat.
Yeah. It was headed up by Rod Ashman, great
Oh, yeah.
player.
I know him.
Ken Sheldon, Alex McCaw. Yeah.
Okay, so that's already been done. So they've just ripped it for some... Oh, God damn it. All right.
Is that a
well,
bad
they can't
sign?
call themselves the Mozzies anymore. They've got to find another name for that. And the Wiz has to find another name. Adelaide doesn't have Butts, hurt his knee last week, and the Hawks have put the league on notice to let everyone know they're a fucking problem for you right now. Adelaide's last 4 weeks been very, very good. Back home in front of the hill, like I said, back to the bridge that you can't walk across. This is going to be a great game. I like Adelaide and Adelaide. I've always liked them from about midpoint of the year. I said Adelaide and Adelaide are a different team.
It's true. Oh. I must say, this is the only game of the round Tipper's choice is exactly 50-50.
Wow. So no one has a fucking idea how this is going to go.
Nope.
Something about Adelaide and Adelaide that I'm leaning towards. I just think the Churches, the Hill, I like Riley, but I also love that the Hawks are just cool with it. I think Adelaide come. I think May Nix winds them up and says, this is a team that, the Hawks are up and running, but this is a team that we were being compared to earlier in the year with the same stage of our redevelopment. Let's put the league on notice and let everyone know that we're just every damn bit as good as those damn Hawks. Give me Adelaide.
I think it has to be the Crows, doesn't it?
Just has to be.
Not that I think that this would be the end of the Hawks' awesome back end of the season, but it's a tough ask. Some of these games that they're winning
Asking a lot.
are asking a lot, aren't
And
they?
they're just young men.
Yeah.
They're just mosquitoes, really. Yeah, I'm going Adelaide. I just like Adelaide and Adelaide. Something about that
Yeah.
gets me up line. It was at the G, different story completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, home ground advantage. Give me Adelaide.
Like it.
Okay, great.
Tip saved.
There's our tips. Hopefully you guys, that's probably the worst advice ever to get on it with us, but we've been pretty good. Last week we caused the upset on Friday.
Then it went downhill, though.
Then it went down very quickly. The Suns absolutely cooked it.
I really enjoyed going back to the TikTok video you put up about that. And
Very
people
good.
were going, I've come back here at full time and maybe you're onto something.
Got them good. All right, guys, that time of the week again, it's feeding time on Sportsbet's feed. We've got another absolutely delicious team multi here for you guys to join us on. And if you're not on the feed already, just jump on Sportsbet, get yourself signed up, follow yourself and myself for bets every week. This week, we have a 5-legger. Carlton to beat Port on Friday Night Football. In the Q Clash, we've got the Gold Coast to beat the Lions, which we spoke about. Freo in the Derby, however you say it, to beat West Coast. Sydney and the Dogs. We have the Dogs to go up there with their Ferraris and Lamborghinis and beat Sydney. And in the Hawks and Adelaide game, we've got the Crows beating the Hollywood Hawks. I'm happy with it.
It's a tasty feed
That's
this
a
week,
delicious
isn't it?
feed. Jump on Sportsbet's feed right now. Again, follow us, make yourself an account. It's all easy on there. Click on the button, you can jump on. Lots happening here for you guys that we probably should fill you in before we go for the weekend. The grand finals happening. We are, well, it's been happening for a long time.
You'd want to hope so.
It is. It's going ahead. So we're just planning a few small details right now with some details about giving away some tickets for that soon. We're going to do competition. We're going to obviously put them online. So that more information around that will be coming out soon. We have some merch, which we are, I said a week ago that we'd be out by now. Maybe let's go next week.
Well, I've seen the design, so it's a
You've
real
seen 'em.
positive start.
You've seen them. I think we're going to do, and guys, it's going to be a flash sale, 48 hours of merch, and then we're going to pull a plug.
Yep.
So look out for that. Everyone, before we say goodbye, what are you doing this weekend? And you're on the footy.
Oh, so much footy. Got family over. Hopefully go to Carlton Port Friday night.
Yeah.
My stepdad's a big Port fan, so we'll check that out. And then, of course, retro round for the Saints.
Yeah.
Bombers, that's going to go off, so I'm sorting that outfit out.
A few beers barking at you this weekend or not?
Saturday night. Yeah.
Yeah, I might have a few. I'm going to Bright.
Where's that?
Near Uburu Wodonga. Yeah,
Okay.
Anna, it's taking me there on a trip.
That's nice.
Totally forgot about it. I have
I'll be totally honest.
I have the worst information retention in the world. Like, just in terms of plans, you got to tell me like day before we're doing something. There's no point telling me 3 weeks before we're doing something.
It's not.
Got no idea.
What do you? Yep. And what do you do in Bright?
What do you do? I'll keep grinding.
Yeah. Well.
I want to play some golf, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to play some golf. So I'll play some golf. I'll just try and won't really switch off because the footy's on, but I'll play some golf and just take it easy.
Keep grinder.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to do that at all, actually. I'm married, so.
Not anymore. Do you see the app crash during the week?
Grinder?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't actually. I missed that one, believe it or not.
At the Republican Party thing in Milwaukee. There were so many. No, but that's just a fact.
Okay.
It crashed. There were so many.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed that. How'd you get that information?
The newsletter. Just the grinder newsletter coming through.
That makes sense. Hey, everyone, have a great weekend. Also, the Gatorade Team of the Year, we're doing some blazers for that soon. We put something up on our story a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I liked
Everyone
it.
was saying, put Guinea in, put Keys in, guys. We need to fill a team. I can't put all forwards in there or all mids. We have to make it balanced. So
So your leg looks like
I
it's
need
about
to
to
piss so
fly
bad,
off.
man. So I need to go to the toilet, everyone. Love you guys. Thanks for listening again. This is possibly the worst football program in the world, but you guys listen, you tune in. The numbers are going crazy in the back end. You guys are doing some things. I need to piss so bad. Thanks. See you, everyone.
I was really concerned.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.